Now, you've coached some of the greatest entrepreneurs of our time, including Branson, Mark Benioff.
Yes.
What sets them apart?
Hunger. Anybody can get hungry when you're hungry, you haven't eaten something, or hungry because you've had a bad situation, you want a great relationship because you feel alone. But the best on earth never lose that hunger. They're hungry to learn, they're hungry to grow, they're hungry to give, they're hungry to grow, they're hungry to contribute. And that hunger, it's more important than intelligence. As important as intelligence is, there are a lot of smart people that can't fight their way out of a paper bag or don't have the energy to do it. I'm telling you, there's nothing that's going to stop a person that's hungry enough. Because a hungry person, failure doesn't stop them. They don't look at it as failure. They go, okay, it's a learning experience, what's next? But that driving force, I think, is the greatest gift. And I'm blessed to have that hunger be alive more today than when I started the journey when I was 17 years old. So I'm like, I don't have to work, fortunately, a day of my life. And my wife tries to remind me of that all the time. And I go, but she goes, you do more now than you did 20 years ago. Of course I do more now. I'm capable of more now. But that's because that hunger hasn't gone away.
What's the biggest blind spot for people like that?
I think when you succeed, most entrepreneurs go through stages. There's stages of development in a human being's life. There's stages of development in an entrepreneur's life. And if you think of it as like in the beginning of business as a toddler, it takes a lot of energy and it doesn't give back much except a lot of pride of ownership, like your child. It gets into a lot of trouble. As you get more people, they can make mistakes and mess it up. When you hit teenager is when cash flow is no longer a problem. The business is rocking, and the experience, I've experienced it myself, I've been guilty of this, and most entrepreneurs I've seen, you think you're a total genius because everything you touch turns to gold for a while. And what's the worst thing happens? Go to Vegas, win. Because then you're going to come back. What's the worst thing with a teenager if they drive 100 miles an hour is not get hurt, because they're going to do it and someday maybe die. So businessmen that survive usually hit a wall where they realize, I have no systems, I have nothing in place, all of a sudden sales aren't quite as big as they were, and cash flow that hides a lot of problems disappears, and they have to find a way to survive. They have to get to young adult. They have to decide what they're not going to do. They have to decide what systems they're going to put in place, and then eventually get to your prime where you're able to have both the systems and the growth together, and where you've got a team that does it, isn't just you, and then you're really the business owner, not just the operator. That's when freedom comes, by the way.
Explain that.
Well, most people got into business because they wanted to have more freedom. They wanted to do things on their own terms. And I said, more free time is, how's that working for you? It's like saying, I want to have a child so I can have more free time. Having a business is like having a child. But when you do grow your business through these stages, and I teach these, and you get to what I call prime, that place where it's not just you, there's a team and it's growing and there's innovation and there's controls, you have both. Then you don't have one of those go-go-gone things. You have something that's sustainable over decades, or businesses can last centuries, as you well know. So that focus is where I think freedom comes, when you no longer are the source of it, but you're strategically able to direct it. That's what guys like Richard Branson have.